Good morning, everybody. It's Josh here. I decided to do a video about procrastination, but I've been putting it off for far too long. I think I started to mention it in a previous video, but I wanted to talk about a particular issue that would kind of set my example here. I have living in Washington. I have legal cannabis, of course. And for the last 5 years, I used to grow pot back in the day, but I stopped because I didn't want to risk my health. Risk my freedom, and risk my children having to deal with, growing up with a dad that went to jail over something like pot. I have been to jail for pot before. I have gone through some serious shit because of it. And I'm going in this morning at 10 o'clock to go get my medical card for cannabis. And I've been putting this off for 5 years because I just never wanted to get around to doing it. About 4 years that I've been wanting to do it. And I thought, oh well, at one point I thought, well, pot's cheap enough, it's getting cheaper. I mean, we used to pay like $300 an ounce here for pot. And now it's like between $180 and $2, down to $160, $150 for a card holder. See, here in Washington, you can go on Craigslist and find medical growers. And they'll tell you their suggested donation amount, which is usually about $160 per ounce these days. That's cheap. That's what a half ounce used to be. So I kind of had this thought that, well, I don't really have to, get a card. I can just smoke the pot, just buy it. It costs way too much, even at that price. But I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And then I thought, well, pot's going to be legal soon, so I won't even need to get a card. Screw it. And then pot became legal. Now that pot's legal, not even a year later, I'm going in to get my card. And I talked to this guy about it, my dealer, and he's like, that's stupid. Why are you getting your card? He's like, that's dumb. He's like, by September, you're going to be able to probably grow a certain amount anyway. And I just said, look, I can't speculate on whether or not we'll be able to grow weed here, but I know that I want to grow weed now. And I want to be able to possess weed now in larger amounts. And he finally concurred that that's probably the best approach. I want to be able to grow for a few different people. In order to do that, you have to be a caregiver, but at least I can be a caregiver for myself for now. So, here I am 2 hours away from having my card thinking, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Because I'm especially in a situation now where I need to, because I can't afford to buy pot anymore. Because I have to switch jobs and probably be a little broker for a while. But that's my procrastination story, And it's one of many. I mean, I've spent countless nights stressing over something that I should have done before, and that I know I should have done before. The pot thing isn't really a stress out thing. It's more of just a good example since I'm going today. But sometimes I might procrastinate on something like a toothache, and I know it's going to get worse. And it gets worse, and worse and worse. Finally, I have to go in because the pain's so excruciating. I've done this before. But some of the smaller procrastinations are the ones that really get me. I can't, I know I need to do something, I know I need to just go pick something up or go to the store and get something and put it off to the last minute. When it comes to going to a concert or something like that, I wait till the last minute to buy concert tickets. When it comes to paying a bill, I wait till the last minute to pay bills. It's just crazy, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. At least we do it eventually, right? I was going to finish this video, but I'm procrastinating on it. I don't see a path to becoming a person who tackles every issue right away. yet for me, but I'm hoping that I will in time. So I'm gonna get ready, and I'm gonna go down and get my card, and then I'll just be like everybody else and have a card, because all my friends have them. My brother has one. Everybody has one. It's just how it is, you know. I guess the advantage to the medical card is you can carry up to 1.5 pounds in your car with you and not have to worry about it. But even with today's laws, we don't have to worry about the cops much up here, because they can't use the smell of pot as a reason to search your car anymore. And I'll tell you, that's how I got pot before. I was riding with somebody else, and they searched his car, found my weed, my mushrooms. It was a nightmare, you know. And the fact that we all have to go through that kind of shit for pot, it's just ludicrous. So once again, thanks to all the people who helped make it legal here, and yeah, finally get this shit done.